All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Ram Report for a Friday, January 7th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your football Friday. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by HockeyPicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Sign up today and follow the top hockey pickers right here at HockeyPicks.com. In fact, let's take a look at our top scorers right now. And you got Mike Anthony, Pro Line, 887. There's Musco back in second place at 871. Gary Unger at 865. And there's, we see a Leaf fan, Miro Dotu is, Mikey Rodutu is at 844. And sorry if I butchered your name there, Mike, but congratulations. You are in fourth place here at HockeyPicks.com. And also bballpicks.com. People who like basketball can check out bballpicks.com, the top scores. And hopefully you got that buzzer beater yesterday with the New York Knicks. Colorado native Robert S. at 925. Eddie O. for Montreal at 811. Jamo at 789. And Pele J. Jason Orange at 781. And folks, those are your top pickers right now at bballpicks.com, hockeypicks.com. Follow their selections today and play along, and you can get their picks for free just by going to those two websites. Also, don't forget, check out parlaycalculator.com. If you want to see how much your parlay is going to be worth, go to parlaycalculator.com, put in your parlay. So let's say I put in 110, 108. Let's say I got a nice underdog at 160, another 150 dog, and a minus 125. And let's say I put $50 on that bad boy. And let's see how much that pays out. Wow, $2,100.91. And folks, that's how the parlay calculator works. And calculate your parlays today at parlaycalculator.com. All right, folks, welcome to the Ram Report. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, in the nation's capital. Today's, you know what, it's a little bit of hit and miss with the sun, but it is out there. And it is minus 11 degrees right now in the nation's capital. And this is where I hang my hat each and every day physically. And digitally, I hang my my mic. Hey, maybe I hang my digital mic at atsstats.com. Also, you can find the Ram Report each and every day right here at the YouTube channel. Just type in the Ram Report. Speaking of the Ram Report, if you want to get my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, go to atsstats.com, go under Tools, go to 50 Greatest Sports Betting Tips or Secrets, and you can see my book right here. And if you're interested in learning about the Ram Report, go to Tools, go to ATS Tutorials, and I got 18 videos. And if you got nothing to do this weekend and you want to learn about sports betting, here's a great resource right here. All the tools and all the videos. In fact, I did that last year, and you'll learn about the basic fundamentals of sports handicapping. And if you know about the Ram Report, each and every day we talk about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and money management system. And those are all the pearls right there at atsstats.com. All right. Good morning, everyone. I see everybody's hopping around in the bullpen. So right now I'm going to say good morning to Underdog Sniper from the PEG, Ball Cash from the ATL. Good morning, Ball Cash. Hopefully we got that thing settled with your account. Bo Jackson's in the house. Good morning, Breakfast Club. Dan Kelly, how you doing, Dan? From BC. Beautiful British Columbia. And I don't think it's Boston College, but I think Dan's from Vancouver. Hey, hopefully it's doing okay over there, man. Vancouver's had the province of British Columbia had a really rough month with the floodings and the weather, man. So hopefully everybody out there is doing well. Bo Jackson says another lucrative night in rig sports. Rig sports. Hey, what did I say yesterday? If you're a member of the Rain Report, I gave my premium picks on the videos. Like if you go to our YouTube channel, you see that I have premium picks, computer picks, and I did not select any of the basketball plays. I did like Boston as a lean, but I said to the members, and I said it yesterday, the only thing I don't like about Boston was their road record. And what do I say about C-type teams all the time? You cannot trust C-type teams. Folks, if you watch the Rain Report, you're gonna say, man, this guy's a broken record. But at the end of the day, he might be right, because you can't trust C-type teams. And the Boston Celtics, the only reason why I didn't like them last night, 7-12 on the road this year. And if you did have the New York Knicks, hey, good Canadian RJ Barrett, He's thinking that he pulling a DeMar DeRozan last night at the Gardens. Oh no, that's Boston. I can't insult the New York people with a Boston accent right there, right? But yeah, so hey, RJ Barrett, congrats, nice shooter right there for the 3 points. And it's the moment, right? Anytime a player pops in the winner like that and erupts the crowd and everybody goes crazy, you just gotta love it's why we love sports, right? Let's be honest. That's why we watch sports. And if you had Memphis, that was a nice win yesterday. New Orleans, remember I said without Curry, I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole. And the Phoenix Suns took care of business against the Clippers, and hopefully you guys were on that. The only pick I had yesterday was the New York Rangers, and you know what? Sometimes you got to tip your hat and say, hey, the better team won last night. Now, had I known Gorgiev was going to be in nets, maybe do I play that? But I was under the impression that Shesterkin was going in, and this is why I say you got to be in the CIA to know starting pitchers and starting goalies. You got to be in the CIA now to know who's going to be those starting assignment, because coaches everywhere I looked yesterday were supposed to be Shesterkin, but I don't think they lost because of goaltending. But goaltenders do bring a lot of confidence to the players. And but last night, you know what, Vegas showed up and they popped 5 on them, and it was a 5-1 victory. And looking back, the only thing that really nothing would have changed my mind. A neutral. The only maybe a 5-unit play on Vegas was the thing. Maybe the 152 was the telling tell. But hey, this is why when you look back, you learn from the prior nights. I wouldn't say it was a mistake, because I think I still like that pick last night. But it was the only selection I had last night. Imagine that, of all 10 games, it was the only pick that I like. But the Cow had a really good night last night. In fact, the chance of winning NHL and the forecast, 7-3 was the record last night in the NHL for the forecast and the Cow. The chances of winning, and 2-2 in the NBA. So a very, very good night last night for the Raymond Report. VPP, the value and percentage plays. All right, so I see Bo Jackson says, anybody cash in on Minnesota Wild? I dropped in the Discord. How about those pearls? Great morning, coach. Head and Breakfast Club, says OG Wheat, another member from the ATL. Speaking of the ATL, there's Mark Nations and Ball Cash. Yep, my bro, what's the play? Says Eric Jones, good morning all. And yeah, account is good now. Thank you, says Ball Cash. Right on, Ball Cash. Glad to see that's fixed. Eric Jones took the over 207.5. And Bo Jackson cashing the Wild, Devils, Pens, Knicks, and Pelicans. Hey, Bo Jackson, he's smiling like a butcher's dog this morning, because he made it to the winner's circle last night. And good for you, Bo, because Bo knows. Doing my NBA spreadsheet work, and there are quite a few big early line moves this AM, says Dan Kelly. Pens are in fuego. Yep. You know what? Pittsburgh, slow start this year, but they, if you go to my Twitter feed, there's a good article in the New York Post talking about Ryan Reeves and how he elevated all the players in fact, let me go to my Twitter. Let me see if I can show you guys this. And I go to my Twitter post. We'll go to the New York Post. Let me bring that over here. And if you just scroll right down, there is an article on Ryan Reeves. Where is it? Ryan Reeves. All right, there's a boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's Friday. It's got to go in the post. That's it. Mentions and posts. That's it up here. So if you go up here and tweets and replies, and you're going to see where's my Ryan Reeves there? I know it's here somewhere. Man, making a lot. There it is. All right. So here's what the New York Post wrote this morning. And it says, having Ryan on the bench has everyone puff their chest out a little more and feel a little safer. Having a guy like him allows everyone to play a little bit bigger. Now, what did I say the other night when Sidney Crosby got roughed up in that game? I forget the game it was. Who was it against? It was the game prior to the Flyer game. Man, I want to... I'll have to go look back. But, hey, Crosby got roughed up. His nose was bleeding. When something like that, when your top player gets roughed up like that, you can't allow that to happen, right? Was it Minnesota? I can't remember. Now I got to, I got to go look and go to my dashboard. And let me see here. Good morning, Gloria K. There she is. Let me go to my super database. Let's go to NHL. Pittsburgh. Current season. You know what? I can probably just look over here. Yeah, St. Louis. That's it. The St. Louis Blues. There. All right. So you remember, St. Louis came in and roughed up Crosby a bit. You don't think if a guy like Ryan Reeves is on the bench that St. Louis is acting a little bit different? And I tweeted to the Penguins, this is how you protect Crosby and keep his nose from getting bloodied, right? You get guys like Ryan Reeves sitting on the bench, and you know what? Ryan Reeves can play hockey. So, and this is why people who don't like fighting in hockey, just ask the New York Rangers if they like Ryan Reeves sitting on the end of the bench. And this is why Panarin and all those guys are getting their points, right? You don't think Gretzky, when he had Semenko, made him feel 6'4"? Hey, you didn't think Steve Yzerman, when he had Probert on the bench, that he was also 6'4"? And everybody can just breathe a little easier, right? And it was there was a following the Montreal Canadiens in the 80s, and there was an old story going around where the team was going to play the Philadelphia Flyers, and Mario Tremblay was a rookie, and he went up to I think it was Butch Bouchard, and he goes, "Hey, you know what your role is tonight, eh?" Because back in the day, when you went to Philadelphia and played the Flyers with the Broad Street Bullies, and you had the Schultz, Leach, and all those guys, Barber, and Bobby Clark, and the Broad Street Bullies. Anybody who went into Philadelphia, they always made sure they brought a little bit of sandpaper with them, right? Because you never know if it got a little crazy at night. But that's the effect of having a tough guy on your team, and this is why hockey is every sport's a little bit different, but that's what I love about hockey. All right, so again, who's in the house here tonight? We see that Isaiah Moore. Good morning, Isaiah. Hey, Minnesota Wild fan right there. He's a little happy. His Wild got the W last night in Beantown, so good job on the Wild last night. Gloria K. Good morning, Breakfast Club peeps. 1 cream, 1 sugar. And Chief, yo Ray, how you doing, Chief? Nice to see you in the house. And Panthers last night. Yeah, hey, you know what? That's why I didn't touch the Florida Panthers last night, because of their road record, right? A little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. They're Jekyll at home, but they hide on the road. And the Florida Panthers last night, when you look at that line against the Dallas Stars, 4-8 on the road this year, and this is why I did not touch the that game. Even though the line was minus 135 for Florida, it just tells you, home and away records do matter for some of these teams, right? All right, indeed, Pens and Flyers won it last night as well, says Bo Jackson. All right, today's free horse racing tip sheet of the day is none other than, let me see here, we got Gulfstream Park. Today's free tip sheet is Gulfstream Park. In fact, if you go to atsstats.com, and all you horse racing fans out there, I've always got I've got your back, because I love horse racing. I also included Santa Anita Park for free. Took it from our premium tip sheet. If you go right here, you see Santa Anita Park horse racing tip sheet for January 7th. All the races today, races 1 to, I believe there's 8 races or 9 at Santa Anita. There's 7, 8, 9 races today at Santa Anita Park. And there it is, all for free. Just by going to the website, go to horses, click on horses right here, and then or you'll see it on the front page, and look for the rail, the guardrail right here, and you can get all the free tip sheets for Santa Anita Park. Hey Ron, cold for you? Yeah, it's pretty cold up here in Ottawa. What did I say? Minus 10 so far, but I'm pretty sure it's colder where you're at, Chad. Hey, Corner Gas from Saskatchewan's in the house, so a little shout out to Corner Gas right there. And Wild only play I won last night, says Isaiah. Isaiah was on the Minnesota Wild. All right, got a good show lined up for you guys here today. And we're going to go right into the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. And as you can see here with all the Bears and Bulls, and you can see we're decorating the website and having more of a stock market, sports betting stock market feel to the website. And as you know, I always compare sports betting like the stock market, where you got a lot of the terms that you can use in sports betting that you use in stock market and in cryptocurrency. So it's, and what do they all have in common? making cash, right? It's all about ball cash. That's the first thing I think about, making cash. I think of my username, right? My friend right there, ball cash, and let's make that cash. All right, so last night in the NBA, 3-1 for the favorites straight up, 3-1 against the point spread, 1-3 to the under. There's family member Elliot V's in the house, eh? Only people like family members call me Ronald, but I guess Elliot V is like family right now. So hello, Elliot V, and thanks for tuning in. Being selective, paid dividends last night, says Bo Jackson. Yeah, you know what, Bo? This is what I try to preach here each and every day, right? The gospel. The gospel of sports betting. Discipline, pick your spots, and less is more. And if you do that, then you'll do all right. You will do all right. So let's take a look at the NBA the last 7 days. We are still in a bull market. 66.6%. Not a good number right there, right? Hey, not a good woman right there on a 7-day average. So we got to change that up here. 67.4 for the year. So we are 1% down on the year. And if you look at the point spread, look at the 7-day average straight up compared to against the point spread, 47.7. And this is why, like my good friend Bo Jackson says, be disciplined, and being selective pays dividends for sure. All right, so the over-unders on the 7-day average, 58.9. We are now in the bull market towards the over. And if you look at last night, the last night was the under, but the under has been coming in the last 2 nights. But prior to the December 31st, it's been a lot of overs. So on the 3-day average, we are neutral. So you know what? It could balance out tonight. So that, look at this. You got a bearish last night, neutral on the 3, and then bullish on the 7-day average. So right there, it's almost like a traffic light right there, right? An upside down traffic light. But you can see, we might be turning into a neutral market. So if you're betting over-unders tonight, maybe the over is where you want to be looking at if you see there's any value in some of the those selections. All right, let's go to the NHL and take a look at see what's come in the last couple days in the National Hockey League. And big night for the favorites. Yep, 7-3 straight up, 6-4 against the puck line. The only favorite that did not cover the puck line last night, your San Jose Sharks. That's right, 3-2 win over Buffalo. That was the only team on the puck line that did not cover. And if you look at the 7-day average, 64.9% of the favorites come in the last 7 days, 58.4 on the puck line. And on the season, we are 2 percent points above the season average of 62.2%. So there it is. That is your SBI Sports Betting Index report for a football Friday, a freaky Friday. Or what did I call it last week? I had a new Friday term that I was going to use. A friendly Friday. I can't remember. It was something with a Friday. There's Rui Pedro Negueria from Lisbon, Portugal. How you doing, Rui? Finally, Friday. It's a closer to Cash Out Monday. This is my favorite show, thanks to Mr. Teacher Raymond. Well, thank you, Rui, for being part of the student audience, eh? That's awesome. Thanks, Rui. Appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that you're a big Benfica fan. I know my brother-in-law would appreciate you because he's a big Benfica fan too. Let's talk about the game in the NHL. St. Louis Blues. Where should I invest? Great game, says Rui. Yeah, we'll get to the NHL. In fact, on the docket first, though, we got to go to the NBA. And today I'm going to use the computer picks. But again, if you've been using the VPP, the NBA value and percentage play, all you got to do is go to NBA value and percentage play, and you can see the charts are right down here. And 64.1% of the cow has been winning, the chance of winning. 65.6 on the forecast for a combined 64.8. And you can get that chart today right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's go to the computer picks. And I know a lot of people are mixed. A lot of people like the VPP. A lot of people like the computer picks. So what I do normally, if I put the computer picks on the website, then I'll put the VPP later on this afternoon. So this way people can get, if you want the VPP, you can be a member and get the selections. All right, we're going to kick it off in Philly. Hey, where's Anwan? Where's our good friend Anwan there? West Philly's finest. Speaking of West Philly's finest, he's now in Orlando or Miami. Hey, Kyle Lowry, West Philly's finest, is now in Miami. Philadelphia taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs continuing their Eastern road swing. They're coming off a 99-97 win over Boston. And looking at tonight's line, minus 7.5 for the 76ers. Over-under set at 218. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with the Sixers in this one, 108-104. The over-under at 213.32. Looking at Philadelphia on the season, they are at home. They have a 14-8 home record, where San Antonio is 8-12 on the road. And when they're playing those B-type teams, San Antonio 4-7. So should be an interesting matchup here tonight. You got a hot Sixers team who's on a 5-game win streak, 3 ATS, and we do have them at a chance of covering at 26% on the chance of covering law of average theory. All right, let's go to the Bucks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Now, again, guys, player availability tonight. I was looking at some of the lineups. Man, it's getting to that point again, right? Giannis is a game time decision. You got Allen out, Grayson Allen. You got Connaughton out, DiVincenzo's out. They've been out for a while. Hill's out, Holiday's out, Lopez out. So you really got to take a look. Kyrie Irving's out. That's because the game's in Brooklyn. And Joe Harris, maybe Kyrie will get his. Who knows? I don't want to get too political on a Friday, right? We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there on a Friday. I don't want to get you guys all riled up here on a Friday. Start talking booster shots or something like that. Milwaukee taking on Brooklyn. Now the Nets a 4.5-point favorite. The over/under set at 232. Should be a great matchup here this evening at the Barclays Center. We do have Brooklyn winning 114-108. The over/under at 222.85. Looking at tonight's matchup, you got the Bucks 25-15, 12-8 on the road, where the Brooklyn Nets, believe it or not, the Brooklyn Nets are only 10-9 at home, 14-3 on the road. So when I talk about Jekyll and Hyde, that's a perfect example of a Jekyll and Hyde team. But we do have them winning today by 6. All right, let me see here. What else we got? We got Utah taking on Toronto. Now, when I saw this line 11.5, I said, what's going on here? You know, how is one of the best teams in the league an 11.5-point favorite or underdog in this spot? But half the team is missing. Maybe there's a border issue. I don't know. But Utah, a 11.5-point favorite against the Toronto Raptors off a 117-111 win over the Bucks. Without Giannis, mind you. 116-112 is the final. Over-under at 228.26. Toronto now starting to heat up a bit. 4-game win streak and a 5 ATS win streak. And we'll see if Bo Jackson likes the Raptors tonight. Bo called this one here the other night. He said take the Toronto Raptors over Milwaukee. And Bo knows, and he was right on the button on that game. Washington taking on the Chicago Bulls. Hey, your Chicago Bulls. All right, we got 6.5-point favorite here for the Chicago Bulls against the Washington Wizards. And looking at tonight's line on the total, 225.5, 6.5 for the Bulls. 124-119 is our final, 244.2. Looking at Chicago on a year, wow, what a great year. You know, it's amazing what one player can do, right, to help, DeMar DeRozan, okay, very good basketball player. You can probably say great, but can that one player, and Billy Donovan, let's be honest, this guy here, when he went to OKC, he was a point spread god for the bettors, and now he goes to Chicago, and look at Chicago, 25-10 and 13-4 at home, while the Washington Wizards are, let me see here, on the season, 19-19, but Washington is 9-12 on the road this season, and against A-type teams, they're 5-6, while Chicago against B-type teams, they are 6-2 on the season. Minnesota taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and let me see here, we got minus 5.5 for the T-Wolves, and the over-under here at 216.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Minnesota Timberwolves, 105.99 the over-under at 205.65. Looking at OKC on the season, they are 13-24, 8-11 at home. Not really that good. Now, when they're at home against those C-type teams, 8-11, while Minnesota is 9-7, and for Minnesota on the road this season, 7-10. They're on a 2-game win streak, and they do have a 60% chance on the VPP to win this evening, compared to 40% for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we do like the T-Wolves, 105.99. Dallas taking on the Houston Rockets. Now, looking at the line on this game, -2 for the Mavs. They're on a 4-game win streak, 2 ATS streak. Last five have gone under. Now, no Porzingis here tonight. looking at Porzingis. You know how much I love to pick on old Kristaps Porzingis, right? Him and Markkanen last year, always in and out, in and out. So, a couple of guys out here. Luka Doncic is a game-time decision. We'll see what happens here. And Houston coming off, that buzzer-beater shot, 114-111 against the Wizards in their last game. So, Houston at home now on the season. They are 7-10 on the year compared to 4-18 on the road. So, some teams, obviously, when they're a C Bears type team or a C type team, tend to play better at home, but not the Brooklyn Nets. Hey, the Brooklyn Nets would rather play every game on the road. They seem to have a better road record than home record. And let me see. Luka is out, says Chad. Luka's out, and we'll see about that. No time for movie. No time for, what's this? No time to get the loot so I can bring home the bacon, says Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson wants to be cooking some bacon tonight. He wants to get to the winner's circle. All right, 109-108 is the final, so we do have another upset brewing according to the Rain report. All right, the Kings. Hey, did you see Buddy Buckets? My good friend Buddy Buckets got traded to the LA Lakers. We'll see if that helps the Lakers, Buddy Yields. So hopefully, you know what, a little spark right there for the Lakers, and I'm sure Buddy Buckets Foundation. If you ever see his foundation, go check it out, buddybuckets.com or something, or just go Google Buddy Buckets and check out his foundation. All right, Denver Nuggets against the Kings. We got -7.5 here for Denver, who lost their last game to the Utah Jazz, 115-109. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Same thing for the Kings, and we do like Denver tonight, 115-110. The over-under at 226.43. Looking at Denver on the year, 18-18, so a win tonight will bring them one game above 500. They are 8-7 at home, 10-11 on the road, and against those C-type teams, they are 7-6, so they're not completely dominant, but an 86% chance of winning on the VPP. Speaking of those Lakers, they're taking on the Atlanta Hawks here tonight. And speaking of the Hawks, let's see if our good friend, when I think of Trae Young, when I see Trae Young play, I think of Allen Iverson. I've been saying that for a couple of years. Every time I see Trae Young, I see Allen Iverson. Especially with the long sleeve. Remember when Iverson had that sleeve? Let me see. So it was a game time decision for Trae. And let's see what's up with him. His back, right? His back is acting up. So hopefully he'll be okay. And let me go back here. All right. So Isaiah likes Denver and Kings over. Sixers game over. Whoa, big trade. Bo Jackson. That's what Bo Jackson says, I believe, on the Buddy Buckets trade, right? So the Lakers are 3-point favorite tonight against the Hawks, and the total in this game is 228. LA on the season, 20-19 compared to 17-20 for Atlanta. LA 13-10 at home, 9-11 for the Atlanta Hawks, and we do like the Hawks in an upset, 113-111, the over-under at 225.2. Looking at the chances, if you look at the VPP today, it's very, very tight. 113.7 for LA, 113 for the Hawks, and the chance of winning only 48% for the Lakers. So, this is what the Rain report, right? You got the computer picks, and then you got the VPP, the system forecast. Sometimes there could be a conflict. And the final game of the evening will be played at the Moda Center in Portland between the Trailblazers and the Cavaliers. And we do like Cleveland, 118-111. The over-under set at 229.64. Now, Cleveland beat Bears. Losing Ricky Rubio, it was a big blow. Ricky Rubio was a great player coming off the bench, gave the spark, and now you've lost a lot of that leadership too, right? And experience with Ricky Rubio. But playoff Rondo is, I believe they got playoff Rondo too right now. So, but he's no Ricky Rubio, right? I don't know. Every time I say Ricky Rubio, I think of the I Love Lucy. For some reason, remember that I Love Lucy show? Ricky Rubio. All right, let me see here. 118-111, 229.64. And the last three games for Portland have gone over the total. All right, let's go to the National Hockey League. And I'll get to the trends in just 1 second. And Cleveland, I scratched my head, says Chad. Trailblazers are auto fade for Bo Jackson. Yeah, you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit, Bo. All right, Calgary taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, -182 is the price tag tonight for the Canes. The over-under at 5.5. We do like Carolina in this one, 2.89, 2.3. The over-under at 5.19, favoring the Carolina Hurricanes, but it does like it to go under the total. Calgary now, not a good, those trips into Florida can really hurt you, right? They lost to they got killed by Florida 6-2, and then Tampa Bay last night 4-1. And for Carolina, a 7-4 win against Columbus 5 days ago. They were down 4-0 in that game, and they popped in 7 to win that on the road. And let me see what else. We got Carolina at home this year. Carolina, they started the season on gangfire, right? 10-3 at home, where Calgary 13-8, but not having a really good, run right now. But the good news is, if you do like Calgary, they are 5-4 against A-type teams, while the Flames are B-type teams, and Carolina, not too good. It's not too good if you like Calgary. They're 7-2 against B-type teams. And the game of the night will be played at the Enterprise Center between the Blues and the Washington Capitals. Now, St. Louis coming off a 5-3 loss to the Penguins in their last game 2 nights ago, hosting Ovi Kanovi and the Washington Capitals. Alex Ovechkin lost 4-3 to the New Jersey Devils. They are beat neutral right now. And looking at the final results, 3.81, 3.08, the over-under at 6.89, favoring the St. Louis Blues. All right. Losing my voice here, right? It's a lot of. I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking lately this week, but that's okay. A little swig of water will hopefully cure that. They're trying to get Lillard traded and get a draft pick, says Bo Jackson. I think you're onto something, Bo. I think you are onto something. All right, I'll let the. Okay, let's go to the computer picks for the NFL. And again, if you're interested in the VPP. The value and percentage play for the NFL, you can get it by going to NFL VPP, and also you get the NHL VPP and the NBA VPP. VPP stands for value and percentage play, and those are the charts we give you guys each and every day. All right, I'm going to go through this real quickly because we are now in the uncharted territories in the NFL. Week 18, and if anybody says they got data on Week 18, they're lying to you, because it's year number 1 of NFL Week 18. Tea and honey, Gloria K said, yeah, tea and honey. I had some peanut butter before that. Maybe that didn't help, but we'll see. Yeah, maybe some tea and honey to soothe the throat. All right, so Kansas City taking on Denver. We got the Chiefs, a 9.5-point favorite, over-under at 43.5. Forecast, going to lean with KC in this one, 27-14, the over-under at 41. Dallas taking on the Eagles. We got the Cowboys winning this one, 22-18. The over-under at 40.2. Tennessee taking on Houston. We got the Titans winning big here, 42.5-15. The over-under at 57.5. We got Washington taking on the New York Football Giants. 20-18 is our final. And every game this weekend is a division game, so that's going to be interesting, especially in the NFC West, where a little bit of jockeying has to be done to crown a few more division rivalry matchups for this weekend or next weekend in the playoffs. All right, so 2018 is the final we have here, 39.1. Washington coming off a 4-game losing streak, while the Giants coming off a 5-game losing streak. So misery loves company this weekend at the MetLife Stadium. Green Bay taking on Detroit. Now Green Bay already locked it up, so they're going to be resting some guys. 23-21 is the final we have here, 45.1 on the total. Chicago taking on the Minnesota Vikings. We got the Vikes winning this one, 24-21, the over-under at 46. Pittsburgh taking on the Baltimore Ravens. We got the Ravens 27, the Steelers 17, the over-under at 44.7. Now, the only thing, if you do like Pittsburgh, the only thing I'd say be concerned about, because Pittsburgh winning on Monday night against Cleveland, that was the night where, did Big Ben just say this was the night, that was it? You know what I mean? Which Steeler team is going to show up? And I think Baltimore, just like the forecast, wins by 10 here. And Baltimore is going to be upset. They're not going to the playoffs, so not a good season. And I don't think Baltimore has a shot, right? I think Baltimore, they're put a fork in them, they're done. Yeah, I don't think they can make the playoffs. So not a good, with a great quarterback like Lamar Jackson, how do you miss the playoffs like that, right? So you got to just start. But hey, the NFL, not for long, right? What Jerry Glanville used to say, not for long if you don't play well. Indianapolis taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We got, look at that, 31-3. The over-under at 34.7. Look at the total, 15.5. 44.5 is the total. Side, 15.5. Cincinnati taking on the Cleveland Browns. Don't expect Joe Burrow to sit here. He'll probably sit this one out this weekend. 17-16 is the final. 34.2 is the total. Now, the one thing I can tell you about the last game of the year, where we get into this mindset, especially with playoff teams, that, you know what, it doesn't mean nothing. They don't care. The thing I know from experience out of 25 years, there's a reason why this team is in the playoffs. And even the backups come in, they're still going to find a way to muster some type of win. I don't think they're going to, I don't know if I want to go this far and say they're going to cover. But does this score look pretty good in my books? Yeah, I think it does. Seattle taking on the Arizona Cardinals. We got the Cards winning this one 25-20. The over-under at 45.6. Going to be interesting to see what happens with Russell Wilson. But I did have the Seahawks under 10 wins today, so I'm looking forward to cash out Monday. I got 2 big tickets, futures tickets, are going to be in my bank account on Monday, and I had the New England Patriots over 9.5 wins and had Seattle under 10. So a nice cash out Monday. Looking forward to that. New York taking on Buffalo. We got the Bills 33-12. The over under at 45.8. Hey, Bills Mafia, let's get that W and lock up the AFC East. You got Saints taking on the Falcons. You got 25-20 favoring the Saints. But you know what? I like the Falcons this week, getting plus 3.5. We'll see what happens here this weekend. New England taking on the Fish. Miami. You know what? Brian Flores always plays Belichick tough in this one. 21-20 favoring New England. 42.3. You know what? I might have to give a look here to the Dolphins at plus 6.5. And Carolina taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 26-18 is the computer pick, landing on 45.38. Carolina coming in on a 6-game losing streak, and man, they really got to settle on a quarterback in Carolina. Now, the game of the weekend will be in LA between the Rams and the 49ers. This is going to be a great matchup right here. Minus 4.5 is the line here on the Rams. Total 44.5. And the ATS forecast computer pick going to lean with LA in this one. 25.2 to 21.4. The over-under at 46.6. The big question you have, can you trust Jimmy G? All right, and the last game of the evening, the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers. Chargers a 3.5-point favorite. The over-under at 49.5. ATS forecast computer pick, going to see a Chargers victory, but only by 1. 25.9, 24.5. The over-under at 50.56. Looking at the Chargers' last 5 games have gone over the total. They are 9-7 on the year. Same thing with the Raiders. And the Raiders on a 3-game straight up and ATS win streak. All right, Miss Denica's in the house. Good morning, Miss Denica. And a lot of salty teams going to try to ruin it for the other teams. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Salty, eh? That's a new word that I learned a couple years ago. Salty. Well, why are you so salty? Hey, it's a good term right there. Good job bringing your A game to the bullpen there, Ms. Denica. Good job. All right, good morning, ATS family, TGIF. Happy birthday to me. Oh, happy birthday to Dara. Happy birthday. That's HBD. Is that happy birthday? So if it is your birthday, happy birthday. Oh, rest in peace, Sidney Poitier. Really? I didn't see that. Wow. Hey, Daryl bringing some sad news to the bullpen here on a Friday. Didn't see that, but I'll have to check that out after. Cooper Kupp for anytime touchdown. And Steph NFL looking sweet this weekend. Daryl Turner, happy birthday, my man. Sidney transition guy was a great actor. Absolutely, Sidney Poitier was a great actor. So rest in peace, Sidney Poitier. According to some of the reports that are out there, I can see that right now. All right, so that is the NFL wrap-up here this weekend here, guys, for NFL Week 18. Hey, uncharted territory, so we'll see here. It's messing up my database a bit here because the database just goes to 17 weeks, so I had to well, thank God my programmer, who's awesome, by the way. A little shout-out to Pradeep, okay, and his team. Can't forget his team. And our marketing team, right? We have a great marketing team, guys like Sniper, Big Bruce, Mary, all those people who work behind the scenes that are the unsung hero here at ATS. I'm just lucky enough to come on here and just make a little bit of a podcast, but it's a lot of people behind the scene, and my buddy Scotty Bear too. Can't forget the Scotty Bear. All right, so there you have it, folks. That is the Rain Report today, and wow, that was record time, only 37 minutes. Hey, did we ever fly through that? And I know why we flew through it, because we didn't look at the Bears report. Speaking of the Bears report, let's go to the NBA. And let's see in the NBA which team is bullish, bearish, and neutral. And you can see right here the A-type teams in the NBA. You look at that. There's no bearish teams that are A-type teams. Only Brooklyn, Phoenix, and Golden State are neutral. And if you just look at the B-type teams, Cleveland, yeah, ever since the Ricky Rubio injury, hey, it's amazing one person can make that much of a difference when it comes to the team chemistry, right? And let's take a look at the hottest teams. And let me see here. Bulls and Bears. Yep, I forgot the Bulls and Bears almost, but I'm doing that right now. Yep, trends. I got to do the trends. Love the new background coach. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I like it too. I think it's pretty sharp. All right, so here's your bullish teams right now in the NBA. And the only thing I see that's, one of these things ain't like the other is the New York Knicks. Look at that. A C-type team who are bullish right now. They are 5-2 in their last 7. Public confidence of 71%. That's what this means right here. So the New York Knicks are feeling very bullish right now. So are the Toronto Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers. And the other teams, well, we expect the A-type teams to be there. And speaking of the Bear teams, Cleveland, right? We talked about Ricky Rubio right there. That's the only team right now that I would not touch. And all these teams I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole when it comes to betting, right? And again, learn the Rain Report by going to Tools, go to ATS Tutorials, and you can learn a little bit more about the Rain Report. All right, let's take a look at the NHL. And while I do that, Bo Jackson says, thanks, Daryl Turner. Ravens and Dolphins too, says Gloria K. And I love we got that. I like the Falcons and the Cardinals. I do like the Falcons too, Gloria. Oh my God, the Cardinals are my lock of the week, says Steph. Oh yeah, so Steph likes the Cardinals big this weekend. So that's pretty cool. And Raiders ATS. Yeah, you know what? Raiders ATS, I think we might be onto something there too. All right, let's take a look at the A-type teams, and only Minnesota. Isaiah's Minnesota Wild are the only Bears team, but they did get a W last night. They did get the W in Beantown, and that's the only A-type team that is bearish right now, according to the Rain Report. We're doing the Bears and Bulls. Happy birthday, Daryl, and his other brother, Daryl. Make your cake and be filled with green today, says Gloria K. That's a beautiful statement right there, Gloria K. Pittsburgh, bullish. All right. Vancouver. Hey, Bruce, there it is, Boudreaux. Bruce, there it is. Another W for Bruce, there it is. And the Vancouver Canucks. And let me see here. C-type teams. All right, so just Vancouver. And Minnesota. Hey, Minnesota and Cleveland not having fun in NBA and NHL. Calgary. Calgary is now in the Bear Club. Edmonton. Hey, not looking good in Alberta right now. Minus 30 degrees, and your teams are minus 30 degrees too, right? So not looking good for the Alberta teams right now. All right, let's go to the stats and trends of the day. Let's go to the VPP. And if you go to the bottom of the VPP right down here, you're going to see the stats and trends. Now, some of these stats and trends you can take with a grain of salt, but Toronto Raptors 32-1 as a 10 or more home favorite, coming off a win the last 6 years. Maybe you want to throw that in a parlay. 76ers 6-1 as a 3.5 to 6.5 point home favorite on Friday games the last 10 years. Denver Nuggets 15-1 as a 7 to 9.5 point home favorite, coming off a home loss as a favorite since 1996. That's pretty good. Lakers 13-1 as a home team, coming off 3-game win streak the last 5 years. So that bodes well for the late LeBron and the Lakers tonight. And Buddy Buckets, a new acquisition. The under is 2-11-0 to the under for Chicago as a home team, coming off a home win as a favorite the last 4 years for 84.6% of the percentage play. All right, let's go to the NHL. Only got 2 of them. Your background reminds me of the Chicago with Bulls and Bears. Yeah, you know what? That's what I said earlier this week, right? I said, whoever made the names of the teams, the Bulls and the Bears, must have been looking at the Chicago financial district because, Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, I don't know, maybe some money guys there in Chicago figured we might as well relate the sports team to the financial district market, right? All right, so let's take a look at the Hurricanes. 9-1 as a home team versus non-division opponents this season for 90%. And look at that, a new word, He Blues. It's the Blues. I'll put the TH there. 7-1 as a home team versus South Division opponents the last 3 seasons. And folks, you can get the VPP each and every day right here at atsstats.com. All right, I'm losing my voice, so I'm just going to do a couple right here. And let me see, which game should I do first? I'm only going to do the good games, right? Let's do, let me see, Milwaukee, Brooklyn. That's a good game. I won't do C-type teams. Hey, I don't want to waste your time. Milwaukee against Brooklyn. Survey says we have Milwaukee 2.7, 219.05. So we do like it to go under, and we like a Bucks victory this evening in Brooklyn. All right, let's do Washington against Chicago. Washington against Chicago. The Bulls. Bulls are favored by 6.5, and we got them winning by 3. 3.6 to 2.15. You know what? You know, with all the Chicago being bullish right now for 26 days on an 8-game win streak, Washington might be worth a look here tonight, folks. CC, no. All right, so the other teams are C-type teams. NHL, the game of the night. Washington against the, not Vegas. I don't want to see Vegas right now. They pissed me off. They won last night. Hey, they ruined my ticket last night, so I don't want to do them. All right, Washington against, let me see here. Washington, St. Louis. Let's see who's going to sing the blues tonight. Will it be Washington or St. Louis? Hey, ringing that bell after every goal. 0.06 for Washington, 5.75 for the over. Actually, the under. The whole night game, 6.5. And then the last game of the evening, Calgary. All right, Calgary against Carolina. Carolina on my mind. All right, there you go. Carolina, 1.03, 5.19. And keep in mind, Calgary is on a 2-game losing streak. And let me see here. What else? But 13-8 on the road. In the 2 good matchups tonight for Friday night. All right, folks, there you have it. That is the Rain Report today in a nutshell for a Friday, a football Friday. And it is January 7th. Now, again, folks, take advantage of our 15% discount. If you use promo code ATS2022, like you see at the top right here, ATS2022, you can get 15% off your next membership, monthly or yearly, just by going to our website, atsstats.com. Why not get 15% off and use all the tools in the toolbox right here at atsstats.com. You also get my picks, my beer and pizza money type picks, and you can get it just by going NBA picks, NHL picks, NFL picks, college football, all the picks right here. And so there you have it. All right, folks, stay safe this weekend. Stay warm out there, especially in Alberta and in Saskatchewan. Hey, Chad, stay warm out there at the corner gas. Keep a log in the fire. Keep her going. And we'll be back here on a Monday, a manic Monday, to bring you back the Rain Report. And thanks for everybody who shows up each and every day. And again, don't forget, like this show, share this show, and we'll see you back here on Monday. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Rain Report. Cheers. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll see you lunes.